We did start doing level 1 British Sign Language course just over a year ago, but with COVID, it's taking a little bit longer to complete than we would like. So I won't be doing very much sign language, if any, this evening. My part of this presentation is to talk about how you can report effectively. I have created a PowerPoint which is a little bit easier to run through than the live demonstration, so I'm just going to share that with you now. So this is just a quick demonstration on how to report and the best methods for reporting for people with deafness or hearing loss. And anybody can use these methods. They are open for the general public. The first way that I will talk about is online reporting. If something has happened and it is not an emergency, then this is one of the easiest ways to let the police know about whatever incident it is you want to report, whether that is a hate crime or any crime that you would like to talk to the police about. It's no different to reporting on the phone, and the processes after the report has been made should be exactly the same. You will be contacted and the report will go on, and the investigation will carry on in exactly the same way. So how do you do this? Well, the first step is to go to the website. It is met.police.uk. And then this big section there is for report. When you click the report section, it opens up a number of options, which you can pick. But for this example, we're going to use the crime section. Once you click on crime, it will ask you 7 questions. The first one is this happening right now? Is the suspect still at the scene, or is anybody serious at risk of being injured or immediate danger? That's really important because obviously it will go to ask you to contact either via phone or via text message, which I'll come on to a little bit later on. So these questions are your basic things. Has anything been left at the scene that can provide us evidence? It will ask where it happened, if it happened in a specific location or address. It will ask for the postcode if you select a specific address, otherwise it will carry on. Was anything stolen? Any property damaged? Anyone threatened, verbally assaulted, or abused or assaulted? And then once you've ticked all those things, it will bring you on to the main bulk of the report. For some reason it's come back to the start. There we go. So it's quite simple. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going through this. These slides will be available for everybody, so you can come back to this at a later date anyway, and see these slides whenever you might need any reminders. But it's your details first of all. And then it asks about your role in the incident. So you could have been a victim, or you could have just witnessed it, or you could be reporting it for somebody else. In this circumstance, I'm going to push I'm a victim. And that will ask a number of questions. So it will ask you, are you under 18? Have you experienced any other crimes? Do you have any health, mobility, or welfare issues that might make this situation more difficult? And would you like to be contacted by victim support? They're just a selection of the questions that will come up. If you are not the victim, if you're reporting on behalf of the victim, then this screen will come up. And this is just asking you to provide the details for the victim. Then it will go on to the incident details, and I've broken this into 3 sections. So the first section is when did it happen? So as much detail as you can about when it's happened. Where did it happen? There is a map with this one, so you can be as specific as you want to be with it. And then the third part is what happened. And this is obviously where you're going to put the detail of what's happened in that incident. The important box I've ticked at the bottom there is, do you feel race, ethnicity, sex, gender, sexuality, disability or religion were a factor in this crime? Now, obviously, if you think that that offence wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the fact that you have deafness or hearing loss or any other form of disability, or if it's against you because of being from the LGBT community or any other factor, it's really important that we tick this box, because that will allow us to make sure that we get the appropriate response and make sure that we can share your details if you wish with the correct support agencies. And then that just carries on through. So once you push next, it's just a process that goes through. So this one is about threats, abuse, or any assaults that have happened. And if you tick yes to these, they will open up the next section, which I'll ask you just to put a little bit more detail below the question. Evidence, I've broken this down as well. So this one is, has the suspect left something at the scene, such as clothing or blood? Again, if you tick yes to any of these questions, you just need to leave a little bit of detail about what it is has actually been left behind. If there's any video, audio or photo evidence, and again, if you tick yes, just describe exactly what that is. Does any other person, business or company have footage? And again, if you tick yes, it will ask you who that person is. In fact, there it is. It will ask you what the other person's details are and what can be seen in the video. Did anyone else see it happen? If you tick yes to this, then it will ask you to put in the witness details, if you have them. If it's not, then tick no or I don't know, and that's not a problem. It will just move you on to the next part, which is the suspect details. And again, when you give a positive answer, so if you do know the person or if you can describe them, then it will ask you to do that, just that. So if you say, yes, I know them, it will ask for their details. If you say, I can describe them, it'll ask you just to describe them. And if you tick no, it will say, it will just move on to the next bit. And then there's a little review page where you can check your details. Obviously, I've put mine in to get to this point. And then you can push the submit button at the bottom. Now, I appreciate this isn't necessarily the best way for people to report everything. I know, obviously, from doing my course in sign language, that sometimes grammar is different. Sometimes the people don't read and write as in the same way that a fluent English speaker would speak. But that's not a problem. We have people that can help with this. I know the RAD will help with reporting if needs be as well. So there's lots of things that we can do to try and help with the online reporting. You can also use text phone. I did double check the number, Tyron. Text phone for emergencies is available on 18000. Non-emergency calls is 18001 101. It's a little bit longer, but again, I've double checked with our Met CC and they are aware of the process that happens with text phone. And you can also actually text 999. You do need to be registered with Relay UK, but it is possible to text 999 through that service. And to get to that, it is relayuk.bt.com. There is one final method which can be used within the Met, and that's non-emergency reporting, which can be reported on Twitter. It's a very specific one because they don't take reports on their other Twitter accounts, but at MetCC will take non-emergency reports over Twitter as well. Now, I know there's going to be a question about sign language. Can we still use sign language to report? At this time, the Metropolitan Police do not offer that service. I know that there are other forces that do offer that service. It's not available in the Metropolitan Police at the moment. I know there is a national project to try and rectify that situation. If you have issues with reporting, services like the RAD will help you to make any reports that you need to make. And we do have interpreters to make life easier for British Sign Language speakers as well. I hope that covers all of your questions around how to report.